Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, let us study regarding some of the characteristic features of gymnosperms. Yes, children, in our last video, we studied regarding the structure of male cone, and also there we understood how the microspore formation takes place within the male cone. And in today's class, we are studying regarding the formation of megaspores and development of female gametophyte. So before understanding the formation of megaspores, so first we have to understand the structure of female cone. So in the diagram what you are observing, this is actually mega female cone. So female cone is actually made out of a modified leaves. So there are many leaves, modified leaves. They are arranged compactly in order to form the structure of female cone. So what is the name of those modified leaves? Yes, they are nothing but megasporophylls. So children, you have to repeatedly practice all these terminologies. So megasporophylls are the modified leaf. So those leaves are compactly arranged. You can see they are spirally arranged around along the central axis in order to form a female cone, or female cone is called as what? Female strobilus. So then we have another terminology, that is macrosporangiate. So macrosporangiate and female strobilus and female cone, all these are the same meaning. Clear? So the female cone or female strobilus formed by the modified leaf named as megasporophyll. So if you observe the base of each of the megasporophyll in the diagram, we can identify the presence of protective structure. So those protective structures are nothing but megasporangia. Clear, right? So megasporangia are the structure. They are meant for the formation of spores. So actual spores in the female cone is formed within a protective structure called as megasporangia. Understood, right? So megasporophyll encloses a structure named as megasporangia, so that in each base of the megasporophyll we can clearly identify the presence of megasporangia. So the another name of megasporangia is ovule. It is also called as what? Ovule. Understood, right? So female cone made out of a modified leaf known as megasporophyll. Megasporophyll encloses what? A megasporangia. Clear? So megasporangia is a protective structure. It is meant for the formation of spores. Understood, right? So within the megasporangia, diploid cells will be present. Understood, right? So within the sporangia, if we take the section of the sporangia, we can find diploid cells. So those diploid cells are nothing but nucellus. Clear, right? So within the megasporangium, many diploid cells will be present, and those diploid cells are known as nucellus. Understood? So one of the cell in the nucellus differentiates as megaspore mother cell. So you understand, many cells are there within the megasporangia. So thousands of cells will be present. So among many, only one cell differentiated as megaspore mother cell. Understood, right? So this cell is dominate now. So many cells will surround the megaspore mother cell. So megaspore mother cell increases in size because it is a dominant cell now. It increases in size. And why this will increases in size? Because this is the cell forming the megaspores in the megasporangium. Understood, right? So megaspore mother cell, being a dominant cell, undergoes reductional division because this is a diploid cell. So this diploid cell undergoes reductional division called as meiosis to form tetrads. So as a result of meiosis, how many cells will form from the one parental cell? 4 number of daughter cells will form. So because their number is 4, they are named as tetrad megaspores. Clear? Clear, right? Yes. So megaspore mother cell undergoes reductional division, that means meiosis, in order to form tetrads of megaspores. So 4 number of megaspores will form, so that they are called as tetrads. So you can observe here. So these are the tetrads formed by the reductional division of megaspore mother cell. So this is the initial step, can be seen in the female strobilus, female cone, in order to form megaspores. Understood? So just one step we studied, that means the structure of megasporangium and the division of megaspore mother cell. So in the next step, so one of the functional megaspore in the megasporangia undergoes repeated mitosis and develops into female gametophyte. So we have seen 4 megaspores were developed within the ovule. So out of 4, only one megaspore become functional. That means it started increasing in its size, and that functional megaspore in the megasporangia is going to form a female gametophyte. Clear? So female gametophyte is formed by one of the functional megaspore in the ovule. So why this female gametophyte forms? So all plants, we know, they come across with 2 different phases. So the first phase is sporophytic phase and the another phase is gametophytic phase. So in the sporophytic phase, the plant going to form spores. And in the gametophytic phase, the plants are going to develop gametes. Clear? So in the gymnosperms, the main plant is a sporophytic plant. So initially the plant produced spores. Understood? So microspores we have studied, then now we are studying megaspores. These are the spore formation. So soon after the spore formation, the gametophytic structure develops within the plant. So this phase is nothing but gametophytic phase. Understood? So gametophyte develops by one of the functional megaspore in the female cone. Understood, right? So one functional megaspore going to form a female gametophyte here. So now you might have understand why the female gametophyte is developed in the gymnospermic plant. So why it has developed? Because it is going to form gametes in the next step. So in order to form the gametes, the plant need the help of gametophytic structure. So the female gametophyte actually develops from the functional megaspore. Understood? So in the next step, the female gametophyte bears 2 or more archegonia. So archegonia, they are the female sex organs. So we know that archegonia, they are the flask-shaped structure. So these flask-shaped structures will develop within the female gametophyte. So what is the number of archegonia? 2 or more archegonia develops within the female gametophyte. Understood? So you can just observe here, the gametophytic structure formation takes place within the female cone itself. So soon after the formation of female gametophytic structure, it is not going to separate from the plant. We have studied in the bryophytes and pteridophyte, gametophytic plant body actually separates from the sporophytic plant. Is it not? But here there is no separation of gametophytic structure from the sporophytic plant. So gametophytic structure retained within the same plant in order to form gametes. Understood, right? So this female gametophyte consists of what? 2 or more archegonia. So within the archegonia, we can find the presence of female gametes. So female gametes are named as what? Egg. Egg is a female gamete. So this female gamete develops within the female gametophyte. Understood, right? So this female gametophyte retained within the same megasporangium. It does not separate out from the gametophyte. So it is retained within the same megasporangium. Understood, right? So this is what the development of megaspore and female gametophyte in the female cone. You can observe in the diagram all the steps. So the first diagram is actually showing the female cone. So if you take the cross section of one this thing megasporangium, we can observe the structure like that. Megasporangium is known as what? Ovule. Clear? So ovule actually encloses diploid cells that you can see in the second diagram. Diploid cells will be present within the ovule. Orange color structure what you are observing, that is nothing but ovule. Within that you can find the diploid cells. So among those diploid cells, only one diploid cell undergo meiosis in order to form female gametophyte. Clear? So female gametophyte is labeled in the fourth diagram, and female gametophyte encloses female gamete, nothing but egg. Clear? So you can find the archegonia consists of egg in the fourth diagram, and this is what the formation of gamete can be seen in the female cone. Understood? So in our last slide we studied regarding the formation of pollen grain. In this class we have studied how the formation of female gamete takes place within the female gametophyte. Understood today's class? Yes. Thank you.